Want to develop your dream cosmetic products, but you don't know where to start. Understanding the stages of product development is crucial for success. I'm Emily, product development consultant at Cosmetic Labs, and with a background in biology, genetic, and biotechnology, and several years working as a business developer and project manager in research companies that helps clients like you develop their products, I'm here to help. Your cosmetic development journey starts at the discovery stage. It's where your creativity meets science. But of course, you don't want your products to be the same as everyone else, right? You want it to stand out of the crowd of the 12,000 products that are launched every year. So if you are serious about your business, first, the concept, the idea, the vision board. Your product will need to be innovative, but also feasible. Start simple and remember that less is more. Ask yourself, what problem will my product solve? How is it different from anything else in the market? Have you identified a need that no one thought of before? What crowd are you actually targeting? Teens, moms, men? You need to brainstorm product ideas in order to address these needs. If you are serious about this project, you will work to succeed. You don't want to throw a dart in the dark, right? You want your product to stand out of the crowd. So to do that, you will have to realize a thorough market research. Analyze the current market trends. Because like in every industry, there are trends that evolve years after years based on the needs of the consumers. Study your competitors. Identify direct competitors, which are brands that are offering similar products to your concept. Indirect competitors, brands that are addressing the same product but in a different way. And potential future competitors, which are emerging brands and brands that may enter in your space. But also analyze their product lines, their key ingredients and claims, product types and their variations, price strategies. Are you going to launch a product that will be affordable or that will be a luxury brand? And if you can think now about the packaging and the material, that's always a good thing. That will save you time later because there is a lot of work to do. If you can, try to assess the potential demand for your product. Gather consumer insights, try to make survey in focus groups. This way you will understand what the consumer really wants and you will be able to refine your prototype. Now that you have a concept in mind, it's time to put your hands in dirt. When I talk about dirt, I talk about raw materials because raw materials are the essence of a product. Raw materials have been categorized in 3 big classes. So you will have the aesthetic raw materials that give the color, for example, of the raw material or the texture. For example, like emollients. And in examples of emollients raw material, you will have butter, wax, oils. Then you have functional raw materials that have a function. For example, preservatives or exfoliants, physical exfoliants or chemical exfoliants. And finally, the third classes of raw materials, which are the active ingredients or claim-based raw materials. Like for example, antimicrobial raw materials with antibacterial or antifungal ingredients. So regarding these numerous raw materials, you will need to investigate for innovative ingredients that align with your product concept. Will your product be a water-based or oil-based or micellar product? Will be a cream, a gel? What will be the ramification? Hydrating, UV protection, sebum control properties? You can do a lot, but remember, less is more. Identify the potential benefits, but also the potential drawbacks of the ingredients. You can also consider if sourcing those raw materials is sustainable, is it feasible and or costly, and remember to check the regulatory status of your ingredients based on the market that you want to target. And don't forget that the cosmetic world, it's a lot about trends. Try to identify the ingredients that are really trendy this year and see what you can do with that. To get more information regarding samples and raw materials and raw material suppliers, you can check cosmeticlabs.com. You will find a directory of suppliers all over the world. We can agree that you are not designing a pharmaceutical drug, you are designing a cosmetic product, but both are regulated, not in the same way. However, to save you some trouble down the line, I will research now what are the regulations that your product will have to comply to. So identify regulatory and entities that you may have to reach out to based on where do you want to launch your product. Research also any restrictions based on the different ingredients that you may find in these big raw material lists. And then you may start to think about listing the different tests that you may have to perform based on the regulations, based on your concept, based on the verification that you want to support with your product. You will need safety testing, stability testing, microbiology testing, and efficacy testing. I will talk about all these tests in the video about the preclinical research. Don't worry. This will take you a long time. It may not be a smooth sailing, but you can do it. So it's never too early during the cosmetic product development to think about planning your development timeline more accurately, budget what all those tests will cost, identify potential challenges regarding the formulation, and make sure that your product will meet regulation standards. Every beauty innovator dreams about a product that will have tons of efficacy, that will have no safety issues, and that will be easy to produce and cheap to produce. But in real life, it may not be the case. Remember that this discovery phase, it's about trying to dodge all the bullets that you can now and spare time and money for all the unexpected bullets that you will have to dodge later. So before moving forward, you will need to assess the feasibility of producing your product. Do you think that it can be manufactured at a large scale? Do you see already some technical challenges? Note them down now, so you will be able to mention them to expert research lab during the formulation stage and the preclinical research. Remember that discovery, it's all about exploration, research, and laying the groundwork of your product success. It's where your ideas start to take shape, backed by market research insights and preliminary scientific research. Now that you have a product prototype that is well thought, congratulations, I see that you are committed and serious about this product development. Thomas Huxley, a biologist and anthropologist of the 19th century, said that the tragedy of great science is the slaying of a beautiful analysis by ugly facts. Meaning that your prototype may be the most elaborated one. If the data are not there and do not support your expectations, you may need to reconsider or pivot. But don't worry, the next step of the cosmetic development will help you to get the most information out of your idea. What is next? Well, it is the preclinical research, and you will find a video just right here.